What's up, you guys? It is Wimpy50K. I'm not coming to you guys with a middle school story or any Batman or any 2K. I'm coming to you guys with a story about how I shattered all my bones in my wrist. And I'm just gonna, just start off with it. I was in second grade, I think, and leading up to this, okay. Everybody knows Young PJ, Pooh Boy that be lagging, whatever. Well, his real name is Dwayne, and we've been friends since like second grade or whatever. But forget all that. So we're at the jungle gym. Well, we're at recess. My bad. So we're at recess, and everybody's playing around. We're running around, and it was. Let me see. It was me, Dwayne, Andrew. I think Caduce, which is Fusion Tigger. I don't remember the fifth person. But one of us had the brightest idea that we wanted to play tag. Okay. So it started off with me being it. So okay, I'm hiding under the castle or whatever. We had a castle where my school was. So I'm hiding under the castle or whatever. So I gotta count to 20, and I'm gonna look for people. So after I finish counting to 20, the first person I see is Caduce. So I'll hit Caduce, and then Caduce slaps me back, and then we have an argument about you can't do that. It's a 5-second rule or whatever. But then after all that gets settled, they said that I'm it again. So this time I hit Dwayne. Alright. So I'm running. I am running. Still running. And I lose Dwayne. So I see Dwayne running after Andrew. So I'm going back up to the castle. I'm getting back up there. All of a sudden I turn around. I see Dwayne yamming just to come and get me. So I'm trying to hurry up and run down the slide. And the way we didn't have like a slide. It was like these two poles that you put your feet and then you put your arms on and then you slide down that way. Alright, it's not good to wear cargos and short sleeve shirts because you will get whatever burn is called, but whatever. So the way I was running so fast that I tried to jump on there and I wasn't stable and I just like fell right through. So I shattered all the bones of my wrist, but I didn't know this yet. I was fine until everybody like crowded around and was like, "What's wrong with your arm?" I looked down at my arm. It was over. Crying everywhere. I was just crying. I look up to see Dwayne. This nigga Dwayne all the way at the swings. As soon as he seen me fall and start crying, he went all the way to the swings because he knew it was his fault. So anyway, the teacher comes over or whatever. She's like, "Oh, you're fine. I'm like, "I'm fine. Look at my arm." She's like, "Oh, well, let's get you to the nurse." Bruh, this lady was so fat. She got two fourth graders to come put their arms around me and walk me there. She couldn't walk me there. She was so fat. All she do is like to sit down. I would say her name, but I still know the lady. But so I'm walking to the nurse's office. I'm crying. I'm acting like my feet broke too. I'm over here about to fall all over the floor. We finally get to the nurse's office, and I kid you not, the nurse lady said, "Oh, you're back again," cause I ain't gonna even lie. I just used to go to the nurse office all the time. Like I used to go to the nurse office at least 6 times a week. It wasn't a game. But she's like, "You're back again," and then she asked what you're crying about, and she seen my wrist, and she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," or whatever. So then they're cutting through my I had a long sleeve shirt on. They're cutting through my sleeves or whatever to see if it's really broken. I'm like, "Look at it, it's deformed." But so they called the ambulance, and then they called my mom, and my mom's not picking up the phone. My mom's steady not picking up the phone, and it was like, "We can't put you on an ambulance to your mom picks up the phone." So it got to the point where my mom wasn't picking up the phone anymore, so they was just hitting me with a IV or whatever, and I was just IV is like a painkiller or whatever. But they was just kept on hitting me with it, kept on hitting me with it, and it felt like nothing was happening. I ain't gonna even much lie to you. It felt like that was not doing anything. My mom still didn't pick up the phone, and they just got to the point where there was like, you know what, we gonna keep on trying to call your mama, but you need to get to the hospital or whatever. So they bring the I forgot what it's called. God, they wheel me into the ambulance, and I get in there, and we start driving. So I'm sitting back here screaming, hollering, and crying. They steady put me with IV. This feels like the longest ride I ever took in my life. I'm just like, God, like, it felt like an hour ride to the ER. You do not understand. But anyway, when we finally got there, they was like, well, we can't put you in a room because we don't know if you have health insurance, and we don't want to operate till we know that you have this certain financial aid or whatever. I'm in second grade. I don't know what any of that means. So I'm just like, okay, alright, is my mom here yet? No. So finally, it's like 2 hours later. I'm still screaming and hollering in the hallway. My mom finally comes, filling out all the paper or whatever. They finally put me in a room. And then I was like, Mom, what took you so long? Then I figured out my brother had the asthma attack the same exact day that I like shattered my wrist. I'm like, wow. God was trying to send me a message. Or send her. I don't know, probably send all of us. But, okay, so this is, so they operate on me, whatever. But they didn't operate, they just, I don't know what they did. They was like, you gotta go home and go to whatever, doctor, whatever, hospital, whatever. So they gave me some painkillers to pick up from Walgreens by my house. Picked those up. I took those all night long. Like, I took those just, God, I just took them. But the following next day, went to the hospital. Well, the doctor's office, hospital, whatever. And he was like, well, we got to take an x-ray. I'm like, another x-ray, bruh? So we finally take the x-ray. And he was like, well, your son shattered all his bones in his wrist. And my mom's like, it's a big gas. I'm like, yeah, I knew. I can't feel anything. Well, I can feel, but it just looked nasty. So he was like, well, if you fill out all these papers for us, we can operate. So she does that again, all that good stuff. And then the next day. So it took like another day of checking up. Then after that, 2 days, they gave me some more painkillers. And then my appointment was in like 2 days. So I came back there and they was like, he's gonna be, I had to stay there for another 2 days. So the first day we went into surgery, they gave me laughing gas, and I was just, everything was just funny. But okay, they finished operating on me, but I still had laughing gas or whatever. And they put me back in my room with my family or whatever, but I was still on laughing gas, so I was still like laughing at everything everybody was saying or whatever, and real droopy or whatever. So then that finally wore off, and they took me to they didn't take me anywhere. They really brought the lunch to me or whatever, and I stayed there for a night. And they had like this little button with IV, which I told you I wasn't doing anything. But this IV was like more high power, so every time like I hit the button, it felt like a big daze or whatever. I just kept on doing it because it felt good. No homo. But yeah, okay. So then they said I had another operation. I had to get like a plate and a screw, I think, into my bones, whatever, so I could stay straight. Did all that, and then for like the healing, whatever, they gave me some more painkillers, and I didn't go to school for like a month and a half. Yeah, I didn't go to school for like a month and a half. So I kid you not, I got my cast done the day I came back to school. I seen Dwayne in we didn't really have periods. We only had one big class. He was in my first period. I well, not my first period class. My bad. My main home class. I kid you not. As soon as I walked in the door, Dwayne starts to laugh. I was like, "All right, Dwayne, we gonna see about this." So all of a sudden, like let's see, um, like 2 days after I came back, I smacked Dwayne with my cast, and then me and him got into a fight or whatever. It really wasn't like nothing big. I just smacked him with my cast, and then he smacked me. And I tried to smack him again. Then my arm started hurting, and then the teacher just came and broke it up, pretty much. So then I got suspended, which I didn't understand. Well, I didn't understand at the time because he was making fun of me, whatever. Because he made me freaking shatter all the bones of my wrist. So then, stayed home for 2 days again because I was suspended. Came back. Then, me and Dwayne fought again. This time I got in-school suspension. So then after that, we were just like, man, we don't gotta fight no more. It's over. And whatever happened, what happened. So now I'm in 8th grade. I was telling my friend. He asked me did I didn't break any bones. I told him I shattered my bones. This boy Dwayne, to this day, still laughing, making fun. Like, oh my god, like this is not a game. But Dwayne, my nigga, bro. I really wasn't tripping, but I was just giving y'all a story about my life. I may give y'all some more stories, just stuff that pops into my head. See you guys later. Peace.